So, my fellow hunters of Sunbreak excitement, behold and bear witness. Forefathers won and wait, wrong game. As we have two more delicious weapon reveals today: the Lance!
Let's have some fun!
And the Longsword. And yes, one of them might be flashier than the other, but I think they have both gotten very interesting moves, and in terms of the Lance's case, a much needed offensive one. In any case, let's begin with the Longsword, who firstly is looking gorgeous in Nagaron armor and Longsword, incredible equipment, and secondly then, Harvest Moon. I love that game! For real though, you create this lovely circle of iron silk around you, and while you are in that circle, there are two key effects. Number one, your counters have additional ticks of damage on the monster, so basically a very much supporting the Longsword counter playstyle, and whether you like that that's being pushed more or not, I mean, counter Longsword is its identity in Rise, so Sunbreak was always going to stack on top of that and really take it that full 11 out of 10. And in this case, it really is, I will not move out of my Harvest Moon and just be a counter god in there, let the monster come to me and counter it. Which, to be fair, is quite a cool little statement to make. This is my circle, you will come attack me, and you will regret it, and that is how this fight is going to go. And I think that's a very neat little Longsword way to function. And the second effect then is, while in the Harvest Moon, your Spirit Gorge won't deplete. This is quite the potent effect. The question is though, does that mean you can use like Helm Splitter and not go down a level, or does it mean it just doesn't naturally tick down slowly while you're inside it? I'm going to assume the latter, because the former would be ridiculously way too strong, and that would be, even for Longsword, a little bit ridiculous. But even so, having this essential zone of I will stay powerful, I will counter you, but I will not leave the zone, I quite like. I think that is definitely fun, and you guys will have to let me know what you're thinking as actual Longsword players, but I think the Harvest Moon in itself is a very cool move conceptually, and visually too, having that ring on the ground. We also have ourselves then a new sheath for Longsword in the form of Sacred Sheath combo. This is interesting, especially as they're showing it instead of Special Sheath, and Special Sheath is kind of like Longsword's bread and butter, so Sacred Sheath has to be fantastic to be worth using over that, or of course with the Switch Skills swap you can have both at once, so it's not like you have to really make a hard choice here, but still it's going to have some kick to it, and it does indeed seem to have that kick. This one is much more slow and deliberate. The example is using it on a down monster, and I think that makes sense. Basically, it's a charge attack. You kind of almost full sheath, but just a little bit out, just a tiny bit out, as you slowly charge up and then unleash a powerful series of attacks. If you actually get attacked before you finish charging, before you're finished with the sheath, you lose a level of Spirit Gorge and the move is cancelled. Whether you actually take the damage or you at least counter the attack that's cancelled you, I am not sure, but essentially it is stand there for a while, hold the sheath, let go, do a big hit, but obviously you don't want to get hit during any of that time. So it's a high risk, high reward move that does feel a little bit of like Sheath Greatsword charge, which is, you know, I mean, okay, Longsword, stop it, alright, take a step back, stay in your lane. In any case, it does look badass, and I imagine it will feel badass to use, and essentially it's, hey, I have a lot of open time against this monster, let's switch to Special Sheath. But then again, maybe you're just going to be wanting to Helm Splitter at that point anyway, but it is not bad to have more options, especially when they look this good. So generally, of course, as I think we all expected, Longsword has just gotten some really potent, powerful, flashy new moves that are going to push what they're doing in Rise a lot further. And as always, it is worth reserving judgment until we actually get to play it contextually within the game, because I think all of these power bumps are very much going to be needed. Lance then, looking lovely in Master Rank Tetra with the Garangome Lance, which is a lovely little fashion combo, honestly. We have ourselves the Skyward Thrust, which I'm hoping hits like a metric truck freight train ton, because Lance really needs it. The fact that you go up in the air with the Y-Bug and then boost a jet down, piercing through the monster, I mean, it is big Giga Drill Breaker energy, and indeed it does do multiple hits on the way down, so supports both element and status lance, which is really, really good. And if this costs just a single wire bug and you can use it with relative frequency, I think that's going to be really huge for Lance's, as it stands, currently lackluster damage output, and we might actually see something special coming from that. So I'm very, very pleased that Lance has got this. And then we have ourselves a new advancing guard-esque move, swapping from guard dash to shield tackle, which kind of gives me shades of guard tackle from Greatsword, but in the Lance case it's massively useful. It is a little dash forward with the shield in front of you, blocking attacks as you go, and then you have a range of follow-up combos once you get to the other side of it. Essentially, it's just never stop attacking, right? You poke, 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 doing your thing, the monster attacks, shield tackle forward, carry on, poke, poke, poke into the combo, and essentially literally never stop. And uptime is kind of a Lance's thing. You really do never have to stop between guard lancing and, of course, evade lancing. You are just essentially permanently stuck to the monster and doing damage, and that kind of extra uptime compared to other weapons is generally what compensates them with damage. So having an extra method to support that is definitely nice, so we'll have to see how that actually pans out. For now then, that's your Longsword, that's your Lance. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you're excited. Let us see what Light Bowgun and Dual Blade bring. But for now, like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more. And until we meet again, consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below. Goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.